Hello, Mrs. Bumperpants. Oh, my door's open. I'll be 2 ticks. I just need to go and grab some clean water, and we'll be live, kicking off. Jan Ray, hello, hello. Straight in with a synthwave change. Let's get this over to here. How's your Monday going? Mine's okay. But kind of dark and a bit underexposed at the moment, but it's either that or stupidly overexposed. Which synthwave station would you like, Ian Ray? We've got normal synthwave, electro swing, lo-fi, melodic bass, or VHS. VHS is like an 80s synthwavey type of vibe going on. Just a quick stretch. How's everyone's start of the week been? Looking a bit light. Today was stressful. Let's go retro 80s. Cool beans. There we go. Ooh. Oh. Guess we didn't clean its airbrush out the last time I used it. It was me. I thought you were off work this week. I've just had a generically stressful day. Naughty, yeah. Doesn't look too bad in fairness, just needs I think we need. We're supposed to have a half day today and then off the rest of the week. Ah, okay. I guess by the supposed bit you didn't get your half day then. Drain cup. Yes, I do, thank you. Grabbed myself Dr. Pepper as I came back through. Right, just give that a quick squeeze. I wanted to shift mine, asked if I wouldn't mind moving my half day to a day next week because they were massively understaffed today. Oh well, I mean, you were already there, right? I suppose it's not like they've asked you to come in to do a half day. And if you had nothing planned, I mean, that's a valid point, like their ability to retain staff or cope when understaffed's not really your responsibility. But sometimes it is just, it's just easier to help out because it means it doesn't get forgotten. Right, let's just give this a quick bit clean out. Before I left, thought she was going to ask if I wouldn't mind cancelling tomorrow's as well. That was going to be a big no. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a bit of a difference between, like, if you're already in, sort of asking if you wouldn't mind helping out by stopping for a bit. Like, I think that's generally kind of, you know, you can kind of get that. But asking to cancel your holiday, regardless of how long it's been since you put it in, is a bit much. So next Friday got a half day. Well, that's not so bad then. Like, half day of Friday is pretty decent. At least they've not been like, oh, take a half day next week, but take Wednesday morning off, which is like no use to anyone. Do you know what I mean? Gives you time to get ready for D&D movie. Oh yeah, of course, it's when you want to see D&D, isn't it? Right, so it's the airbrush itself cleaned out. Needle's clean now, so that's good. Just going to clean out the nozzle. So, I've not swapped it over to paint and cam because watching me clean out an airbrush is probably quite boring. You get to see my lovely face and a nice big picture of the gallery for a bit longer. We got all of the walls and everything built up for the Boarding Actions Commission over the weekend, so that's all built up and largely cleaned up now. We ordered like a little hobby, like rotary tool, Dremel thing, which came today, which has like helped us blast through getting like a lot of the stubborn mold lines off, like in awkward places, like in doorways and such like. So that's been cool. Finally got round to getting a respirator sorted out, so I don't have to inhale shards of plastic or bits of airbrush grimness. Pearl Jam 23, afternoon boss, how's it going? I hope you're well. First time chatter, welcome through. What are you up to this wonderful Monday evening? Are you working on anything yourself? I'm just in the process of cleaning an airbrush out that I've had red and yellow ink in it for probably about 5 days. because I didn't check before I started streaming. Rebasing your army, not your best idea. It's never a fun one. Which army is it you're rebasing? And what is it going from and what's it going to, I guess? And how are you doing it? Tell us all about it. It's a pretty chill evening here, so if you just have to somewhere just to kind of while away the evening while you go through the monotonous process of rebasing an army, it's the best place to be. Let's see if we manage to get all the paint out of here. Right, I think we're good. Niskratis coming in with a resub. Subscribe for 13 months. Top G moderator extreme. We've got a whopper. No, we'll have to swap it over. Beep 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 boo. Is it gonna work? It did work before. Come on. There you go. Risky paint splatter approval. We got that.
Nice.
Blood Angels might cork Mars effect to a more realistic effect using bark instead of cork. Very cool. Don't play only paint. Yeah, we're the same here. We paint drastically more than we play. I think I've played one game of Age of Sigmar this year. Prior to that, the last Games Workshop game that I played tabletop would have been probably 8 years ago, 9 years ago, if not longer. 5th edition or 6th edition 40k. Play like some other tabletop games, Fallout, Ball Action, that sort of thing. It's only March, still plenty of time, that's very true. So we are currently working through the contents of the Marvel Crisis Protocol box set. I've got myself a little challenge throughout March to paint all of the heroes and villains. There's 10 in total. So far we've done four. Yeah, we've done Captain America, Red Skull, Ultron, and Dr. Octopus. And we are going to... Good. There we go. And we're going to do Baron Zemo tonight. I totally missed a trick. I was going to get the gif of him dancing from the TV show to be like one of my alerts for tonight, but I forgot. So you just have to do that, I guess. Is it Firstborn Blood Angels, like the old school Space Marines, or is it the new Primaris stuff that you've got? Or the newish Primaris stuff, I should say, for your Blood Angels. Zemo dance is best dance. Too right. Oh, you've never played, doesn't interest you. Love the painting, building side. Also got a weird obsession with collecting models. I'm eventually going to paint some of them going on 3 years. Yeah, everyone's got to have a pile of shame. It is most definitely part of the hobby. But it's interesting that you've never played and that it doesn't interest you at all. So how did you get into doing... how did you get into it then if it wasn't through the gaming side of thing? Did you do... sort of other modelling hobbies, like historical, large-scale stuff? Or was it just something that you kind of stumbled across? Always interested to see how people kind of like got into it, because I very much got into it through the gaming side of things, and it's just over the years I've become less bothered about the gaming and more bothered about the painting. We do have a Discord as well. Pearl, if you have any pictures that you want to share, feel free to join the Discord and hide them in there. Or we do have like a channel point redemption thing, which gives you like a token to post a link. If you've got anything that you want to share, please do by all means share it there or in the chat. Love to see some of the people's work. This is a thing that we painted last stream. Let's see if we can get it to just focus in here. Let's do a little zoom in. Where are we? We're here. So this is the Doc Ock that we painted last stream. And we've got some other ones behind us as well. Primaris Bud, one of the guys at work used to paint at lunch and got you hooked. Oh, that's really cool. It's not very often you hear people doing stuff like doing that hobby like in the workplace. Something that I've always fancied doing when I worked in an office. I work from home now. Was to take some stuff to work, like a little painting kit, and sit and just do some bits on a lunch hour just to kind of kill some time. So that's super cool. Thank you. Particularly happy with how they're coming across. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I really used to do that when he first got into the hobby when I worked for H&P. Oh, nice. Don't have Discord, but have Instagram. Yeah, feel free to hold your Instagram link up if you've got some stuff to share. I'll go and give you a follow. Ooh, that was weird. I forgot I put that one on. Thank you very much for the gifty though, Grass. Just go check out Pearl's Instagram real quick. Ooh, very nice. Not hearing any of the alerts if there's meant to be sound. Yeah, there should be sound. Spoodly Doodler, just gotta run in and say hi and then back to your stream. Absolutely, you enjoy your stream, mate. Have a wonderful time. Thank you for taking the time out to come and say hello. Got some Necrons here, some Blood Angels. Very nice. Yeah, I dig all of them. They're well cool. I had some Necrons in a very similar style with like the orange lights through them. Well cool, thank you for sharing. Thank you for the shout out as well, Nisk. So was there no sound at all? Like there was no alert sound or anything like that? No sound at all? Okay. Bear with. Not quite sure why that is. Right. Dashboard. Is it this one maybe? Oh, we got a follow from Pearl Jam as well, which didn't come through. Aha. I have worked it out. Or rather, I haven't worked it out. Okay. So, here we go. This should work now. Just replay that.
Another soul claimed.
Did you hear that? That should have worked now. Yeah.
Another soul claimed.
Scan Raj. And then we got a resub from Nisgratis and a gifty from Nisgratis.
God magic is real magic.
I am here, fear me.
Enter my palace of pleasure.
Niskratus gifted a tier 1 sub to Spambappants. They have given 6 gift subs in the channel.
There we go. That should have all worked now. For some reason it's coming through my game thing rather than system. I'm not quite sure why that's happened. Oh, I see why. I see why. Were those alerts too loud for the stream, or were they okay? Yeah, it wouldn't be one of my streams without a technical issue, for sure. Anyway, we're sorted now. That's the main thing. But yes, thank you for the follow as well, Pearl. I think I must have missed that. I must have been away. Or I just totally missed it. Or maybe I didn't. Who knows? Right, let's get back to it then. So, we've just done a quick Zenithal highlight on the Baron here. So let's see if we can get a let me get a reference up real quick. Here we go, that'll do. It's all gone wrong. Just the kind of words of work. Sorry, I was putting my bed. I mean, kid to bed. No, that's absolutely fine. That was just we were just resolving a technical issue, which is a common occurrence on the stream. Okay, so yeah. So we've got like blacky brown trousers, sort of a khaki brown jacket, some black boots with like the armor on, like silver on the wrists with white cuffs and trims, and then it's like purple there, and then like magenta and gold. I think I'm just going to do it all purple though. Okay. Right, let's just see if we've got much more of this white to get on. The airbrush rinsed out for the time being. Okay, this can go away as well. Lid. Right, I think I'm going to start with the leather jacket. For some reason, my camera seems to have just decided to. That should be fine like that. Wonderful. Your back need team biscuits? No bother. Black leather, some brown leather, and some orange leather to start with. So how long have you been into the painting then, Pearl? Is this like a fairly recent sort of interest and hobby, or yeah, you've been at it for a while? Spoodly. What's happening, my dude? Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Oh, okay, right. I messed this up a shade, but it's okay. It's just like these purple hands here. Since when does Zemo have a sword? I think he does, like, in the comics, right? You know, he's a baron at the end of the day. Nisk might be able to shed a bit more light on what his sword correct's all about. When he gets back. Or for anybody else out there knows their Marvel particularly well, might be able to shed some light on Baron Zemo and his sword wielding. He's not doing a bit of sword fighting. He's actually a German baron in the comics, you believe? Yeah, that was my understanding. Like he was like a proper, like his family at least were like old school German royalty, right? No, obviously in the MCU, he's just kind of portrayed as like just some kind of dude who goes a bit crazy and is trying to get the Winter Soldier.
This is literally the greatest thing that has ever happened!
Fucking shit
Kimmerix
yourself.
Project is raiding with a party of 5.
Kimmerex, hello, hello. Thank you for the raid. I hope you're well. Welcome on in, raiders. What are we working on tonight? How was your stream? Need to turn down that raid alert because I cacked me pants. For anyone new here, I'm Risky Pence. Paint toy soldiers on the internet. It's a pretty chilled out little stream. Nice little community here. We are currently working through the contents of the Marvel Crisis Protocol box throughout March. A little challenge to try and get all of the heroes and villains painted on stream throughout the month of March. This was number 5, so we're about halfway through now. Working on Baron Zemo. We've done Doc Ock, Captain America, who else? We've done Ultron and Red Skull. They're the ones we've done so far. But welcome on through. Hope everyone's well. And thank you for sharing your community with us on this wonderful Monday evening. Finish up last of your Corsair kill team. Very nice. I've recently just finished up one myself. Hello Tuscan. Welcome on through. Welcome on through. What Legion or chapter are you doing your Corsairs in? Tuscan's been super busy recently. Ooh. What you been busy with? Custom column sunburst. Nice. If you've got any pictures that you want to share, we do have a Discord, !Discord for the link. Or you can pop a link to your Instagram or something like that in the chat as well. If we can get a shout out for Kimmerix as well, that would be swell. Oh, of course, Corsairs, right. Yes, Eldar Corsairs, not Chaos Corsairs. Gotcha. Just shows you how out of the game I am. Thank you for clarifying though. But yes, if you've got any pictures, Instagram, anything like that you want to share, feel free to hire a link down. Kind of very quickly going through and slapping some base coats on to here before we start highlighting up, just so I can see kind of where I want all my colours to be. Cool, let's go and check out Kimmerix's Instagram in just a sec. Is it Kimmerix? Chimerix? Apologies if I'm butchering your username there. Make sure you go and give Camrex a follow as well if you're not already. Follows are free and everyone needs to support each other on the old Twitch waves. Right, let's go check out this Instagram. Ooh, hot damn, those are some vibrant pieces there. Love it, Mutalith. Neatly. Some old school Storm Magic stuff going on there. Dig it, Magnus the Red. Ooh, some orange Space Marines as well. Love to see it. Bits of terrain. Nice. Some lovely stuff on there, man. There's some like glowy Tau as well. The black light on them. They're so cool. I dig it. I dig it, I dig it, I dig it. Let's get all the way to the top. Oh, you got a store champion for Kill Team as well. Very nice. Let's just get all the way back up to the top here. Oh, I see you on TikTok as well, so am I. Oh, it looks like I'm already following you. Amazing. Just posted the recents. Nice. So tell us about what kind of colours are your sunburst. I would guess they're going to be kind of like bright yellows and reds, just from the name and kind of what work you've posted there. What kind of colour are you doing your Eldar Corsairs? Gonna see if I can just USB cam. Video. I feel like my face cam's a little bit dark today, so we're going to brighten that up a shade. There we go, that's better. You can see what I'm doing now. Airbrush and the army paint is a yellow over white primer. As it builds, becomes more orange. Very nice. Then the outlibs are hit with golden high floor orange. Cool. Orange is my all-time favourite colour, which is why you'll see it kind of dotted around the place. So always love to see when people are doing orange in armies and stuff. Must go back in detail with Moondust and Fire Dragon Orange. Very nice. They sound cool as fuck. Make sure to tag us in some if you put them on Instagram, so I don't miss them. I'm keen to see those. Just while waiting for those base coats to dry, I'll show off some of the stuff that we've been working on recently. So we finished Doc Ock last stream. And his nice bright green and yellow outfit. Just got his base room to do at some point. And we did Ultron, stream before that. And this nice big glowy evil armor. Cap was the one before that. Really pleased with how Cap's turned out. This nice shiny shield. Then the very first one that we did was Red Skull. With this nice big glowy Tesseract cube. So what we're doing for a lot of the bases for the villains is we're doing them all like scummy and rusty looking compared to like the nice and clean ones for the heroes. Just to kind of make them stand out and look a little bit different. So that's kind of what we've been working on for the past couple of streams. And we're working our way through Baron at the moment, just getting some base coats down. I'm about to put some Apothecary white contrast on to all of these white bits, which I've never used before, so this should be fun. Just giving it a good mix up on the vortex mixer. How do you find the Army Painter paints? Have you used them for quite some time now? I got some a little while back, like one of the Mega Paint sets, and had loads of bother with it, and I think it's just obviously it's sat like in a warehouse for a long time. Got it through Amazon. And I ultimately ended up just giving up on it and replacing it with other stuff over time. But there were some really nice colours in there. I found a vid to show how to get it set up. Need mixing balls to add them in a vortex is a must. The medium is the issue. It takes a lot to get the pigment to mix properly. Right, okay, yeah, that's fair. I remember picking up some like little agitators and trying to give that a go. I think I just had like a really just basic like like a nail varnish or a nail polish shaker, which didn't do much other than kind of wobbling it about the place, to be honest. That was about all that kind of achieved. So, but I passed them all on to a friend of mine who was wanting to get into doing some miniature painting with his son. I don't actually know how much of it they've used, so. But I was very lucky to get a very good deal on a full range of scale 75 paints, which is what I predominantly use now. Between that and Vallejo, it's kind of my two kind of go-to, and then just like the odd bits from kind of other ranges as I see fit. Alright, just get another base coat down on this jacket before we start building that up. Just get another one down on the trousers too. I think I'm pretty happy with that black on there for now. Don't think I'm particularly sold on that contrast white, to be honest. I think we feel like it's done a lot. Maybe it's just a bit too thin. Build it up in a couple of layers. That's sunset purple. Right, I'm just going to let this dry off before we start working on the next bits. Let's blast the hairdryer out, speed this up a little bit.
Dark magic is real magic.
And back, PC had a hissy.
I am on mute, well done. Yes, I also shit myself. Was that like super loud for you guys as well? Let's see if we can get this just... It's weird because I can hear you, yeah, of course.
Dark magic is real magic.
And back, PC had a hissy.
How was that for sound? Was that too loud again? Better, needs to be uber loud.
Dark magic is real magic.
And back, PC had a hissy.
Probably wanted about the... No, yeah, it doesn't need to be uber loud for stream, otherwise it's going to be too much. I've made it about the same kind of volume as the thing. I've worked out what's happened. It's just a setting's got changed in my mixer, that's all. So that's that fixed at least anyway. No, it does not. I will tell you out, sir. Mod abuse, mod abuse. Right, so we've got that dried off. It's still looking like really patchy though. The thing is, I can make it really loud for you and really quiet for me, so just be careful what you wish for. That's all I'm saying. Excuse me. Do it. Because in the mixer, I can make it so I don't hear it at all, if I want to. This is why you're not a mod, yeah. Just banning people left, right and centre. Have any viewers? Needs to be Uber for loud when Fred streams the Ghost game again. Yeah, his can be as loud as he wants. Unlimited power. So I wasn't happy with the way that contrast paint's turned out for the white on his trim, so I'm just going to come in with like a really light grey and we'll just do it properly, I think. Sick of trying to make fucking contrast paints do what I want it to do. And then I had hide Mace Windu the window and steal his lightsaber. Yeah, boy. Do, 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 do. Just having a look through some books I've been given, some Call of Cthulhu books at the weekend there, and there's some well cool ones in there. I know one that I've been actually after for a little while, called The Bookhounds of London, which is really cool. It's supposed to be like a kind of like an adventure where players play as part of like a, I think it's supposed to be like a publishing house or like something like that, where they're basically sent to go and like track down some like crazy arcane books and shit. Is it on the Chaosium store? I don't think so, because I think it's an old one. So it's called The Bookhounds of London. And I got the very original copy of Masks of Nyarlathotep too, which is in one very small book as opposed to two very large books. It's going to be interesting to have a leaf through to see kind of what was added and what was removed and all that jazz. Jack, hello, hello. How's it going? What's poppin'? Sorry, excuse me, big yawn. What are we up to this evening? Might have a read through the old book. What's going on here? I've lost my chat. There we go. We're back. Painting the Dark Elder Heroes. Very nice. Starting with Lilith. Oh, great. I love that model. Is it still the... is it Lilith, the old Lilith Hurstbrex model where she's like barefoot and she's kind of stood on like a, it's like a, I want to say a flagpole. It's not like a flagpole, though, is it? It's like a thing, right? Ooh, the Forge World. Ooh, I think I've seen it. I'll have to check it out. Tasha, how's it going? Thanks for swinging on by. How's your evening? Don't get mad, but it's a horrible casted mini. I mean, the less said about the Forge World casting quality, the better, I feel. Because it's not known for being great now, is it? Let's be fair. Yeah, going great. Thanks to be painting tonight. We're painting Baron Zemo from the Marvel Crisis Protocol game, which is like a Heroes miniature game which is like skirmishes between Marvel superheroes and villains. So everything from like Avengers, X-Men, and kind of everything in between, really. Fantastic. I think there's some Fantastic Four in there. There's like Deadpool is available. There's a Blade miniature as well, which is really cool. I quite fancy picking that up. But yeah, that's who we're working on tonight. Baron Zemo. It's like his comic kind of look, I guess, with his big like purple and pink sort of like mask and shirt and stuff. I don't need a bit more of this in here now. Do I remember correctly that you're also a lover of miniature painting? Oh, nice. Was unaware of these minis. I like Captain America, which was amazing. Thank you very much. Yeah, they're made by a company called Atomic Mass Games. So if you Google Atomic Mass Games or Marvel Crisis Protocol, you'll be able to see kind of what the full range is there for them. You're indeed a lover of miniature painting. Nice. What is it that you're working on or have been working on? If you've got any pictures that you'd like to share, feel free to join the Discord and share them in there. Or there's a like a thing in the channel Parent Redemptions which lets you post a link if you want to share anything with the stream and the chat. We always like to look at other people's stuff that they've been working on. But no issues at all if you don't want to share. That's absolutely fine too. How's your Hogwarts Legacy playthrough been going? I caught a bit of your stream the other day there. Been working on Lizardman Army years ago. Recently got small Lizardman. Got some Age of Sigmar starter set 2, which you need to crack on with. Very nice. Yeah, Lizardmen are, whatever it is they're called now, Seraphon, are, I've always been kind of like a firm favourite race of mine in Age of Sigmar and Warhammer. It's a big contender on my sort of next Age of Sigmar project after I finish with my ogres. Between that or Nurgle Demons, I think. That's only because I want to use a giant Cthulhu monster mini that I've got as a Greater Demon of Nurgle. Yeah, the new Croak is fucking outstanding. I love it. Hogwarts Legacy's going good. I'm loads of fun with it. Yeah, Seraphon, don't know why they changed the name, to be honest. There's a really simple reason to change the name, which was to protect their brand and intellectual property. That's why everything's been slowly being renamed over the years. It just means that should anybody want to copy their designs, they can't use the term Seraphon to market and sell it. Whereas Lizardman is a very generic term, which they can't use at all. It's why they rename things like the Imperial Guard and kind of all that stuff as well, which is kind of fair enough, really. Oh, I see. I thought it was a PC thing. Yeah, I mean that could also be a part of it as well. But you know, it's why the the Imperial Guard got renamed to Astra Militarum. It's why the Dwarfs got renamed to Caradon Overlords. Elves are now A-Elves because that's a trademarkable term. And at the end of the day, you know, they're a business that makes a lot of money. So they need to protect all that. So that's my opinion on the matter, at least, anyway. Yeah, they rebranded. I mean, Ogres is a bit of a funny one because they renamed it literally to Ogres, but just a different spelling. Ogres, I think they're now called, but and it's a big reason why things like the Orcs and Goblins now are released as like faction releases, where they've like brand named the factions. So it's not goblins anymore. It's like they're called Gits, the Gloomspite Gits. It's probably in 40k as well. I don't do enough 40k to kind of keep up with it. Oh, it's not high elves or ogres or dwarfs anymore. No, it's well, high elves are just not a thing anymore. They've been kind of, so with the end of the old world, they binned off a lot of the old factions and races. Same with Bretonians, they're gone now. So what was high elves has kind of been reimagined into a faction called Lumineth Realm Lords. A lot of the Dark Elves are now part of what's called Cities of Sigmar. And then there's another one which is the Daughters of Cain. Ogres are still there, they've just got a different spelling on the name. Dwarves are Kadaran Overlords, which are like dwarfs that like fly about in like blimps and mine gas from clouds and shit like that. Bretonians are coming back though in a big way. So they are releasing Warhammer Old World, which is going to be like a reimagining of old school Warhammer Fantasy. Square bases, rank and flank. And one of the two races that didn't make it out of the destruction of the old world, one of which was Bretonia, and the other was Tomb Kings, because you can't trademark what is effectively medieval knights and peasants, which is what Bretonia was. And you also can't trademark generic Egyptian undead baddies and scorpions and shit. But it's pretty strong in the old rumour mill that the new kind of like starter core box for the Warhammer Old World will be Bretonia and Tomb Kings kind of coming back, which I'm super excited for because I love both of them. I used to have a Tomb Kings army way back when, and Bretonia was again also one that I really fancied doing because it's, you know, it's about as close to doing historical as you can get, like without doing actual historics. So I'm hyped for that. I feel like we'll be spending a lot of money on Warhammer Old World because God did I love old school Warhammer Fantasy. Tuscan Sane and 40k the root Eldar and Dark Eldar for the same reasons. It's Drukhari and Eldari now, so they can copyright it and protect their trademarks. Yeah. Love the idea of Bretonians painted some back when it was there, and Lisbon in the core box. Yeah, just so much variety. Yeah. Yeah, Tomb Kings are coming back, but they're just going to be renamed as something else. Probably, yeah. So yeah, Bretonians is like the whole like King Arthur, English and French knights and crusades and stuff like that. I always wanted to do like a proper Quest and Knights Bretonian army where like every knight had its own heraldry and stuff like that. I feel like that would be kind of what I would do now if they were released. For show. Yeah, I mean, I feel like designing heraldry sounds really fun on paper until you've got like 40 knights to come up with different colours for and different kind of branding, I guess. But I suppose with the advent of like, people being able to like make their own decals and stuff like that and transfers, doing like the actual sort of like heraldry designs, you could probably get away with just doing as transfers, like on the cloth and stuff. But I'm very much the same, Tasha. Like the fantasy, especially at the moment, seems to appeal to me more than kind of like the science fiction of 40k at least. Although I do quite like things like Necromunda. I think that setting's really cool. I like stuff like I played a little bit of the Fallout tabletop game as well, which is like obviously like an alternate future, not quite science fiction, but a little bit science fiction-y, I guess. I think the face cam's frozen. It has indeed. And we're back. I'm not quite sure why that happened. You're out of camera, I'm okay. What did I do? Go over there. Interesting. Just here. There we go. I think we fixed it now. You meant Fallout Wasteland Warfare? Yeah, indeed. Just got the PDF and STL version of it directly from Humble Bundle. Nice, that's cool. I know they did like a lot of terrain releases just as STLs. Like there was no physical printing. I don't actually have any of it to hand, but if you look in the gallery in the top left, you'll see some of the raiders that I've done. Or do I actually? Maybe I do. Is this the right case? I've got quite a lot of the early stuff for Fallout. Full action. That's ogres. 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 There we go. Oh, there's some Fallout stuff here now, I think. That's bad people battle droids. Oh, it's a Ruben. Nope, I don't. Got anything painted in here? Nah, nothing good. Oh, come on, kids. Just get back in there. That'll do for now. Used to have the old army book which gave rules for heraldry, what colours could be used, what colours could be adjacent, and possible meanings for the icons and shapes. It was so cool. That's fucking class. It's like €20 for all the STLs. Do you want to drop us a link, Jack? Because I've got a friend who's into his 3D printing. He might be interested in that if you wouldn't mind. I think it's expired, but they'll redo the bundle. It's not the first time I see the bundle coming. Oh, right, okay, cool. No bother. Something I always forget about Humble Bundle. You have to let me know what you think of the stuff inside there, because I quite like the models and stuff from there. I think they're quite nice. Feels like that's going to be a bit brighter. What I'm again going back to the old world release. What I'm interested to see happen is I know it's been definitely confirmed that they're going back to they are like kind of reinstating square bases. There's not going to be circle bases for the old world stuff. Is what they're going to do for like army books if there's going to be like Are they just going to release all the rules for the current factions? Or is it going to be just a bit like Kings of War, where you get the rules for the armies are just going to be in the rulebook, and it's all going to be very generic, and they do supplements to bring out like different armies and factions? Or if you're going to need to have 2 army books, maybe it's like one if you want to use it in Age of Sigmar, and one if you're going to use it in for like Warhammer Old World. And they do like a little bit like what they did with Age of Sigmar when it first came out, where they just did like a whole bunch of kind of like free content releases to kind of get it off the ground. And then kind of take it from there, I wonder. Yeah, I'd love a cup of tea, thank you. Indeed, hydrate, you bastard, hydrate. Who redeemed that? Jack. Charles, like, like your dog, like he's been shot. Who shot my boy? Where's my Dr. Pepper? There it is. Hydrate tonight, sponsored by Dr. Pepper, as always. Breaking news, I'm a nuisance. Love it. You're not a nuisance. Just taking care of us, that's what it is. How goes your Lilithan? How are you getting on with her? It's very small, and they've copied it opposed to make Drakthar. Oh, okay. Feel like I might have seen Drakthar at some point and thought exactly that. Like it's just a more different Lilith Hurstbrax. And the very first White Dwarf I ever got when I was a kid, there was a guide in it for converting Lilith Hurstbrax from the old female Slanesh Chaos Champion model for Warhammer. As well as, bizarrely, an amazing painting guide for both a Slan Mage Priest on chair and the original Typhus model in metal, because it was about the sort of time that the global campaign at the time was out. What was it called? What was it called? Niskel, no. It's where when Typhus was released, and they released the Chaos Mutant like conversion packs, which was it was the sprues from the Orc Warhammer Fantasy. Oh no, it was Space Orcs, zombies, and Space Hawks, zombies, and Catachans, maybe? Yeah, Space Hawks, Catachans, and thingies. Recipient's disappointed with my chocolate chocolates, like not very coconutty. Oh, that's a shame. Good night, Ian Rie. Have a pleasant sleeps. Speak to you soon. King Cakeface, hello. Welcome on through. How you doing? Been a hot minute. I hope you're keeping well. What are you up to this fine evening? Not bad for a Monday night. Good, good. That's what I like to hear. Ooh, here comes me cup of tea. 2 ticks. Just on Overwatch 2 for some low key level grinding. Nice. How are you finding Overwatch 2? Played it when it first kind of relaunched, and I quite enjoyed it. And then I got suckered into Call of Duty, which came out not long after it. And then I needed to like redo everything in my PC, and have not gone back to either since. Who's your main? Have you got like a preferred role and a preferred character, or are you just kind of fairly breezy? Oh yeah, I had a look for Raccoon City for the PC, and it's not on PC Game Pass, and it's been deactivated in the Steam store due to something to do with like games for Windows Live not working properly on it. Which I'm gutted about, because I love that game. Do the new mods, etc., but Battle Pass is annoying in your opinion? Yeah, I miss the just the level up rewards that you used to get. Just feels like it's very challenging now to get the like cosmetics and stuff. Like there's no easy way to work for it other than with a paid for Battle Pass. Which I just think it's a bit of a shame. But I guess until people stop engaging with Battle Pass systems, that they're going to keep doing it, right? Because it's going to keep making the money, so... I just kind of hope at some point that, like, just the bubble bursts on it a little bit. Let me get something a little bit more upbeat, I think. Did I miss to see if you said that you had like a favourite roller character there? Cakeface. Apologies if I did. It's fully cross-platform now as well, isn't it? To send us your deets, because I might jump back on and get back on the Overwatch thing, because I did really enjoy it. No, we bounce between Orisa, Zenyatta, and Lucio. Nice, yeah. Zenyatta was my main in the first Overwatch. Love a bit of Zenyatta. We were playing a lot of the first one on console with pals, Nisk included, actually. I remember Nisk being a bit of a fiend with May back in the day. I think one of the best things they did when they brought out Overwatch 2 was the consolidation of the like the unlocks between the different accounts. So I had quite a bit unlocked on the Xbox, and then when I started playing it on PC, there was no like transferable progress. And they did it when they brought Overwatch 2 out. So I managed to get all of the like skins and unlocks and sprays, and God knows what else I'd unlocked. From Overwatch 1 across to Overwatch 2 on PC, which was cool. Because I had stuff from like when they very first started doing like the seasonal loot boxes and stuff. And I had a couple of really nice Zenyatta skins, which I was like gutted that I couldn't get again, and PC, so just through Battle.net. I think it's fully cross-platform now. You can play with PC players with console as well. It's a very nice mini, thank you. I've got the like officially painted one off to one side, and it feels very close to what the official one is, which makes me happy. Slowly but surely getting there with it. It's just all this white now to do, which is the bit that I hate the most. Yeah, I managed to get quite a lot of Zeno skins before Overwatch 2 released. Nice. Playing the last Epoch and Everspace 2. Don't like mobile style games anymore after dropping League of Legends. Yeah, that's fair. I play quite a bit of League of Legends. I say quite a bit, actually. I don't, in fairness. I don't play quite a bit of League of Legends. I play like on a Friday and a Saturday night, usually with the boys, for a couple of hours. And I sometimes hop on during the week and do some like ARAMs or some TFT. But that's kind of about it actually for League of Legends. Did get your Battle.net ID and join up? Yeah, boy. Are you're in Bambi's Discord, aren't you? Bambi's Discord server. I'll find you through there and drop you a DM with it on. Yeah, class. Yeah, I'll find you through there. Right, get that yellow done there. Covered in yellow paint. Never good. hydrate the wet palette. Just getting a bit dry there. Slurp tea. Yeah, World of Warcraft still got its talons on me a bit at the moment. One of my favourite events of the year's just started, which is the Trial of Style, which is where you go and do a bit competition stuff, where you go and show off all your fancy outfits, which is kind of cool. But I have to say, actually, for the first sort of couple of weeks of this year, or rather from the first couple of weeks of this year, like since early January, I've just been really into doing just hobby stuff at them, like really consistently. I don't think there's like a day in the past sort of 3 months, nearly 4 months now, where I haven't done some kind of hobby. Whether it's building something, painting something, basing something. So I think having like commission works helped kind of with that as well, but it's just been really nice to have some kind of stuff to consistently work on and get through and complete, I guess. Right, I think that white's looking okay there now. Base of silver on that sword there. Okay, so we want to go sort of there like that, and about there like that. Just let that silver dry off, I think. Let's get the hairdryer on it. Wash on and dried. You still coaching these days as well, Cake? Yeah, set up coach the women's team for the Vikings. Nice. That SWAT is much straighter than you remember. Is it? I haven't done anything to it. You're just misremembering. Is it a different SWAT, maybe? How's it going? Swinging on by. I should think of something else. I mean, there was nothing else with a sword in the boxes, what I remember. Good mate, only just got in from work. Nice. How was it? Full of busy? Getting busy for the summer. Nice. Don't know whether that's a good thing or not. Are you pleased it's busy, or do you prefer it when it's quiet? That's not black. It's black grey. Oh, there you are. I was looking at the mini. Really didn't. Sorry. I was away making a cheese and ham toasty. It's fine. It's proper thrown us there. I am confused. Certainly easier life when it's quiet. Yeah, fucking tell us about it. Oh hi! We used to have Oh hi as our follow alert for a long time. The Tiny Tina, Oh hi, led into the like Borderlands theming that all the stream theming was in. Just going to quickly just tidy up the base rim on Doc Ock while we're waiting for some washes to dry. You have tidying them rims, I do, mate. Cannot whack a tidy rim. Especially on a Monday night. That's the finished Doc Ock, at least, anyway. It's lovely and bright and garish. Look at him, man. Tidy. Get him out of the way. Back to Zemo. Pow. Right, so let's get some of this and some of this for the sword and some of this. Excuse me. Ba, 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 ba. Let's think how I want to do this one. Do, 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 do. I was trying to think of what I want to do next on stream once we're done with Marvel, because I think probably we'll be finished the commission stuff before around about kind of the same sort of time. So I don't think we'll get the chance to show off any of the terrain stuff on stream. Hot tub. Tell you, man, it's for private viewing only. One-on-one in the flesh. But I've got the new Ogre Hunter, the Icebrow Hunter to do, which I might do on streams. I think that'll be like a nice kind of couple of streams worth of painting that one. Start that OnlyFans. Could you imagine, mate? You imagine me on OnlyFans? Just selling pictures of my little hobbit feet and that. Right, I think we're just about done with the Baron here. Mate, everyone has the audience clientele. So, hang on, I'm going to do all the graft of, like, maintaining an OnlyPans account, but she gets all the money. That's no good. I didn't agree with that. This is coming from the woman who thinks Toblerones are nothing special. It's not to be trusted. I said nothing. And I mate. Gave her a bit of me Toblerone for half an hour. She said it was not special. Didn't get what all the hype was about. Cardinal's pimping us out. Mrs. Bumperpants is my wife. Toblerones are nice if you have the strong teeth to bite off the triangles. Well, I mean, even if you don't, you just let it get a bit claggy. Just take little bites off it. You know what I mean? Where there's a will, there's a way. See, snap a bit off, savour the bit. It's in, like, you know, it's partitioned into like nice little little portions for you. So Mrs. Bummerpants is my wife. Ooh, yes, she's my wife. My darling wife who brings me teas. Fucking testify, brother. I've got a Toblerone in the fridge. I'm gonna go and get one. Yeah, Toblerones have gotten slightly wider, which means there's less chocolate. Show these deviants on stream how you eat it. Ooh. The Toblerone or... Alright, I'm gonna get some Toblerone. I'll be right back. I'm back. Let's catch up on chat real quick. Oh, peanut butter Kit Kat Chunky, yeah boy. Thing is, man in the white coat has put me on a pre-diabetes list, which sucks ass, and told me if you don't get blood sugar control, I'll be classed as diabetic. Keeping the carbs low and the fizzy drinks and sweets to a minimum. I mean, it's probably for the best, especially if it's the type 2 beatus, which is totally like manageable and preventable, right? Let's get maybe slightly bigger camera. Toblerone. Oh, it's not. Standby properties. Oh. Transform. Flip. There we go. Toblerone. You ready for this? Ooh, big Toblerone there. Yeah, boy. Don't do things by halves. So what you do is, you get the Toblerone. Where is it? Camera. Get the Toblerone, you see, and then you get this bit, and then you snap it off. Oh, that's a doubler. It's good luck, that. Hold that out there. And then you take the foil off it. I had the giant one years ago and had to portion it out and give slices to friends and family. Nice. I mean, a Toblerone shared is a Toblerone half. Tempted to shout the that special through the house. Look, I've already beaten you with a Toblerone already this evening. You'll be pleased to know, Cardinal, that after I got my Toblerone out of the fridge, I went and savagely slapped her about the dish with it. Because couldn't let it stand. Not in my house, mate. So she is shouting, but what she doesn't realise is that there's so much compression on the microphone that no one will be able to hear her anyway. So I'm just going to sit there with my Toblerone. Yes, we are talking about the chocolate, yes. No, Tashi, you didn't. You heard nothing. So there was definitely no one shouting at all. You know, if there's one word that I could use to describe a Toblerone, in every word in the English dictionary that I could use to describe how awesome a Toblerone is, it would be special. Toblerones are just special. You're just in the other room. I'll set up you again with it. I know, I wouldn't go that far. If you had to give up one or the other for the rest of my life, it would be a hard choice. Your hubby poops me all the time, not with the Toblerone though. I mean, listen, what you guys get up to in the pseudo privacy of your own bedroom is that's your prerogative. Blue sploot. I'm still waiting for the orange one to get sorted, you know. I really wanted like an orange paint splat instead of a blue paint splat. It's the same image, it's just orange, but it just won't get accepted. I don't know why. Blue sploot. Reminds me of that show Art Attack. God, that's a blast from the past. Is there not an advice button or email? I don't know what you mean. Oh, for the emote. Probably, but like, I'm not that arsed. It's just just a paint splat. It might just be oh, maybe the orange one wasn't. Maybe the orange one was like a picture of a paint splat that I found, which I recolored orange, and maybe it's getting flagged for like copyright or like licensing agreement. But like they're not telling me that. It's just left on pending. So I'll probably just need to make another one, really. That's it, Heart Attack. I mean, if you've seen the state of Neil Buchanan, it's probably about right. This is Heart Attack. I remember going to a bar with Bummer Pants, Cardinal, and probably Nick Gratis, actually, way back when, where we seen Neil Buchanan from Heart Attack, who's now in a band, playing in a local bar. And we were all quite excited, and then it was quite depressing to see this little guy in like a leather waistcoat, no shirt, with his bit saggy, raggedy belly, playing bass. It was quite funny. And everyone just heckled him until he said, "This is Art Attack." I thought it was quite funny. Yeah, it was a weird night, I've got to be honest. It was a very weird night. I mean, yeah, it was Trill's eye. Trying to get your Discord, but couldn't get into it. Is the link broken or changed? It shouldn't be. Let's have a little look. See. Bum, 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 bum. And by people, copy. There's the link there. Was it changed? It shouldn't have. I set it to like never change. Bloody Discord. Yeah, it's weird though, like invite people. Oh yeah, your invite link expires in 7 days. Expire after? Never. Maximum reduces no limit. Generate new link. There we go. Right, let's go and change that fucking thing again. I wonder if it's like... Oh no, I don't have a timer for Discord. Let's go fix that real quick though. There's also should be like a permanent link in the bit below that should work, but that probably won't work now that I've changed that. So chat command, custom, Discord. Save. There we go. And that new link should work, as should. Yeah, that one. That should work now for you. Let us know if it doesn't though. Coolio, thanks. Yeehaw. No bother. I've accepted the invite and we'll check it out later on. Yeah, no bother. It's a fairly small, kind of quiet little Discord community. Mostly people just sharing stuff that they've been working on. But it's a little bit more reliable for getting notifications when I do go live. If you're interested in such a thing. Going back to just top shelf like sweets and chocolate though, salted caramel M&Ms are my new thing at the minute. Absolutely fucking amazing they are. To be different posting my stuff once I get going with it all. It's having time to sit down and paint. Yeah, no, that's fair. I get that. I'm quite lucky in the fact that I've got like a permanent thing set up for me to paint and model at. So whenever the whim takes us, I can just jump straight in. And obviously for streaming as well, massive help. But I'm very excited to see what you've been working on. Cardinal's coming in strong with the Maltesers. You'll hear no further argument. Excuse me. No worries, Jack. Thank you for swinging on by and chatting and sharing bits and pieces with you. Catch you again very, very shortly. Have a wonderful rest of your week if I don't see you beforehand. But yeah, thanks for swinging on by. So I've gotten older, started to like softer sweets. Peanut M&Ms are nice, but I don't like the hard shell. Nah. Nah, the hard shell's the best bit. Fun fact though, it's made from insect poo. Just thought I'd throw that out there for you. Yeah, it's a thing called shellac. It's made from like insect poop and shells and shit like that. There you go, you see. Have a little Google if you don't believe us. I would never lie to you. I would never tell you it was poop if it wasn't poop. Tell you what I do miss, speaking of Maltesers, those white chocolate Maltesers. That was a stupendous confectionery. I'm not Googling insect poop. Well, no, just Google, like, what are peanut M&M's shells made out of? Or what is shellac? Not a big fan of white chocolate, as most can have an awkward taste, but green and black's white chocolate is amazing. Yeah, I mean, green and black's chocolate, just full stops, outstanding. They do a really nice dark chocolate as well. But I know what you mean though, because white chocolate isn't strictly chocolate. There's no cocoa in it. It's just like milk and sugar, which is why it tastes fucking nice. Because it's just, you know, just all the nice bits of that. Yes, Lindt chocolate is especially amazing too. Right, I don't think we're going to do anything more with the base other than that, because we're just going to cover it in rust and grim anyway. So, I initially thought it was just chocolate that had been bleached. I mean, just bleached, just left out in the sun for a bit. Right, let's hit this with a hairdryer again and watch the magic unfold. Yes, this is literally just effect in a can. Basically, it's called Dirty Down Water Soluble Rust. You lash it on, and it just dries super matte, and gives a nice little rusty finish. Dries with a bit of silver too. Yeah, I probably will for this one actually, because it's there's quite a bit of rust on there. Get a little bit of that, just to kind of take some off the checker plate a bit. a bit of shine back in. Love dry brushing, such an amazing technique. Yeah, I'm slowly coming back around into it. It's something I've not done for a long time. I've recently just picked up some dry brushing brushes from Army Painter that are like nice and round and soft, which are really making it easy to do dry brushing again to get nice techniques. So a bit. Nice kind of rusty and worn looking bits of grill there, and I think we might do like a little bit of a change on this one and just leave that the way it is, and then just chase some panel liner in. Nice. What are your favourite brands of paints to work with? Scale 75 is my go-to. I have the full range of Scale 75 paints. They're like bog standard normal Scale 75, they're called Scale Colour, and the Fantasy and Games range, which are like very similar, but they've got more of like a satin finish, something a bit more similar to like Games Workshop. I use a lot of Vallejo as well. So between the two, those are my two main ones, and then I use brands like Dirty Down, AK Interactive a lot for things like enamels, and oil paints. I use Abtilung 502, which is a subsidiary of AK Interactive, who make really nice miniature, like oil paints for miniature painting in mind. Just they've got less solvent in, so they dry a little bit quicker. Which is better for what we need. Obviously, the benefit of working with oil paints is that they dry very slowly, so you can work with them for longer and blend them and so on and so forth. Use Games Workshop mainly, but only because my husband works at Game, so yeah, a mini discount. Oh, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with the Citadel range of paints at all. I still use Citadel washes. Got some contrast paints from Citadel. I've still got some Citadel paints that just don't get used very often. My thing always is that there's no one range of paint that's like superior than the other one. The best one to use is the one that you can afford and the one that you can get access to regularly, and the one that you enjoy working with. For me, the only reason I ended up with Scale 75 was because I was looking to invest in a full range of miniature paints from a manufacturer, whether it be Citadel, Vallejo, Monument Hobbies, whatever it would have been. AK Interactive, and it was just kind of pricing it up and finding what was available and what was going to work for me and the kind of the painting that I like to do. It just so happened that there was a guy local to us who was selling his full sets of Scale 75 stuff for a really decent price. It was too good of an offer to turn up. Basically, it was like £200 for the full range of Scale 75, the fantasy and games, and the 3 metallic sets and a set of inks as well. And you wanted like 200 quid for them. And it would have cost us 3 or 4 times that for even for Citadel, or even getting like the full range of Vallejo bottle colour or game colour. And touch wood, so far, to be honest, I've been using them now for 2-3 years, and they've been great. Like, I really like the thing I like about Scale 75 is the dry, really matte, which I like personally like. I like quite matte finishes on miniatures, rather than it being like satin or glossy or anything like that. So that's the only reason I kind of ended up with it, and I've had to kind of persevere through. But I've got about, I was chatting to another artist streamer the other day there. It was like traditional art, and I was like blown away by the fact that she had just like a handful of colours, and it was all just like mixing it and kind of building the colours. And I was saying like it's such a really impressive thing to see, because with what I do, it's like I've got, you know, every shade of paint that could be possibly thought of there or thereabouts. And she asked how many I had, so I went through and counted it all up, and I've got like 350 different like paint products just sat about the place, whether it's like washes or paints or like oils, enamels, effects paints, that sort of thing, inks. Just quite a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. I'll see if I can show you the desk. How is this going to work? Oh no, it's not going to work at all. There we go. Can this work? Maybe. Oh god, what butchering this, lads. There we go. So this is my painting desk. So there's all of them and all of that, and then there's a drawer full of different paints as well. So there's a lot going on. Just adjust my camera back. Where was it? There it was. Alright. There we go, we're back. Yeah, it's a lot of paint. But, you know, I also commission paint part-time, so it just means that I can take on anything. Very rarely do I have to buy stuff. And yeah, exactly that. Like, it lasts a long time. Like, in the 3 years that I've had the Scale 75 stuff, I've yet to replace a paint out of it. The only paints that I replace even semi-regularly is just things like, it's black. Like, I use a lot of black. So, yeah, that's that. Kind of waffled on for a bit, but there you go. Right, so I think we're going to call Baron Zemo Duns. Let's finish off the base rim, get that all nice and neatened up, and then we're going to go and find someone to raid, because we've got half a dozen viewers still here. So we do like to go and raid and go and try and find new friends, or go and visit existing friends. If anybody knows any miniature painters that would make good raid target, feel free to drop it into the chat. Or if anybody has any friends who are live, that could do with a little boost in viewing. Just go and share the love. We seem to be hitting a nice decent pace with these Marvel miniatures, which is we're basically being able to get pretty much one done a stream from start to finish in sort of like 3 to 4 hours. Sadly, I'm the only miniature painter you have on my list. I mean, that's good for me, right? If you want to come watch a miniature painter. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to this one here, which just has a big picture of my face on, and a video that has all my social media on. So go and check out all of that. And we're going to go and find someone to raid. So it would be lovely if everyone could just stick about while we go and raid someone. just to kind of spread the love. And then when you get in there, just spam your emotes and just be generally awesome people. Right. Let's see if we've got anybody online. This guy looks cool. It's called Synth Viking. Yeah, let's go and check out Synth Viking, who looks like they are on their way to their affiliate grind. So that would be lovely. If you get in there, just shout risky raid, and all that good stuff. If you're a subscriber, spam your emotes. If you're not, spam your favorite emotes. Drop this guy a follow. Looks like he's fairly new to streaming. He's got about 40 or so followers. So it could be great if we could go in there and smash just 7 followers straight off the bat for him. Just really make this guy's day. I know when I was first starting out, it meant the world to me, so it's nice to be able to pass that on. Otherwise, I will see you all on Wednesday about 7:30. We stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 7 p.m. Until then, have a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll catch you all very soon. I'll see you in there. Toodle bye.